Hi and welcome to round 3 and 4 of the 2019 FIM Freestyle Motocross World Championships from here in Munich, Germany for Night of the Jumps. It's been 2 months since we saw the riders in Berlin. They've had time to go home, clean up their tricks and come back with something we may have never seen before. The fireworks were flying straight away in the first round in Berlin. We saw the riders come out and stomp the front flip in the very first start of the qualifications from Maikel Melero and Luke Ackermann, the two guys who battled so hard in the 2018 World Championship. It was the same 6 riders who went through to the final on both days in Berlin. And of all the 6 riders, they ended up in the exact same position on the second night as they did on the first. In 6th position on both nights of competition, it was Feeney from Italy. He had awesome qualification runs, but when it came to the final, on both nights he crashed. On the first night, it was the egg roll knack-knack that he crashed on, and in the second night, he went for the California roll, looped it out, and just couldn't save that trick. In 5th position, it was Adelberg from Australia. He put together a great run in the first night, but unfortunately, as he went for that high roller, it's a new body varial, he turned it into a massive dead sailor, and that's the reason why he was in 5th position. On the second night, however, he stuck that new trick, the first time we've ever seen it at Night of the Jumps, as well as a huge Cordova backflip, arching it out so much, and also the switchblade flip. The next Aussie to come out was Pat Bowden, and he finished in 4th place overall for both nights of competition. He put together a really good run, just as we always expect from the Australian. He came out with a suicide no-hand backflip. He had a tsunami backflip, an awesome one-hand heart attack, and he went for the cliffhanger backflip, dead sailing. He spun back around, he did the cliffhanger backflip on the very next jump. It was still in time, but unfortunately the technical deductions brought his score down. All in all, it was a great run from Pat Bowden. He finished with a double grab backflip on the double up, but without a body varial, it just wasn't enough for him to get to the podium. In 3rd position on both nights of competition, it was Libor Podmol. He is always so consistent, and even after having that holiday, he had 0 practice. He turned up, pulled out an awesome run, and with the picture-perfect California roll, it was enough to secure 3rd position on both nights. Next up, it was the 5-time reigning consecutive world champion, Maikel Melero. And with the young gun, Luke Ackermann, really biting at his heels, he knew he had to pull out some new tricks if he was going to have a chance to beat Luke Ackermann in Germany. Maikel's one of the few riders that can do the front flip off the new mechanised ramp. And in Berlin, he stomped it absolutely clean, landing the front flip no-hander. The rest of Maikel's run was just as routine as we've come to expect from the Spanish rider. He put down that huge lazy boy backflip, Shaolin flip. He also had the knack flare. He was so high out of the quarter pipe. He had that super clean California roll, and he finished it with the flare Superman, landing it absolutely perfectly. Maikel even used the double flip ramp used by Luke Ackermann to pull out one of his upright tricks, but it still was not enough to take the win. The winner on both nights in Berlin, it was the 2018 European champion, the young gun from Germany, Luke Ackermann. Showing incredible mental strength on both nights of competition, he had the front flip off of the new ramp. He also came out and stopped his surfer takeoff to tsunami backflip, which was absolutely huge, and then he finished it with a double backflip and also had the double backflip knack-knack. Let's take a look at the rounds here in Munich. We have one of the most diverse rounds of competition here at Night of the Jumps. We have 10 riders from 8 different countries. We've also got the 2 favourites, Maikel Melero and Luke Ackermann, but with a few new riders, they could really spice things up for the championship. One of the wildcard riders to come back here at Night of the Jumps, it is the Brazilian Fred Carrillos. He's got some big, powerful moves, including that switchblade flip and the seat grab backflip. Another rider to watch out for here in Munich is Javier Villegas from Chile. He is a former world champion. He came back to Night of the Jumps in Berlin, so he's got a little bit up his sleeve with that lazy boy backflip, switchblade flip, and the new egg roll Superman. Speaking of the Night of the Jumps comeback kids, we have one of the best riders to ever ride a dirt bike in freestyle motocross. It's Adam Jones from America. Back in 2007, he was winning almost every competition. Looking back at the old footage from Berlin in 2007, Adam's throwing down these huge upright tricks, the stripper, the dead body, and the tsunami. And now, he's throwing all of those tricks perfectly and just as big, if not bigger, in a backflip. We will have the inevitable battle between Luke Ackerman and Maikel Melero here in Munich. But with all of the wildcard riders from overseas that we haven't seen in a very, very long time, I'm sure they're going to come with some new tricks, and I can't wait to see what they throw down here in Munich.